Cavalier faithful and Cleveland Pulse faithful, welcome back on in to the Cleveland Pulse YouTube channel. It has been a minute. We have not sat down and talked Cleveland sports for over a month. If you're here, like button, comment down below. How do you think the Cavs offseason is going so far? How do you feel about the Brook Park Browns? There's a lot going on. We're going to start ramping back up. I will be transparent with you guys. After the 5-game series with the Indiana Pacers, the lackluster lead up to the Browns season, I did not have a lot of motivation to upload here on the Cleveland Pulse. I've also been helping one of my other buddies with his podcast, actually. If that's something you're interested in, it's actually Call of Duty Zombies related. I'll put that up on the screen now. We have about 6 or 7 episodes over there. I've been helping him get that started up, and we've been uploading weekly over there on his channel, But today, we are going to be talking about the Isaac Okoro trade, straight up for Lonzo Ball. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Do you like this trade with the Chicago Bulls? Do you like straight swapping Isaac Okoro for Lonzo Ball? I know there's injury history with Lonzo, but I want to start with the good. The good off the rip here, guys, is that Isaac Okoro is off my basketball team. And that's going to sound harsh. I know he has this cult following in the community, and I know that Cavalier fans romanticize players like nobody else in the league romanticizes players. I still am seeing this with Colin Sexton. Oh, the Jazz only got Yusuf Nurkic for him. We as fans, and this is a natural thing, we over-evaluate our players and overvalue them so much. Like, the league, that's all that we could get for Okoro was Lonzo Ball, who has has games played in one of the last 3 seasons. I know a lot of people are excited for this trade. I think it's a good trade at the end of the day, and I'll tell you why I think it's good. Because we did not send out additional draft capital. It was a straight swap, and we actually got $1 million cheaper. The fact that Kobe Altman gave Okoro this contract extension was always laughable. It was always hilarious. It was always going to be a waste of money for a player that does nothing really for you. He gets some spot starts in the regular season, maybe. He's decent defensively on the perimeter. He's not this elite defensive guy that locks people up. If he was, he'd be starting, and he would be an asset in the playoffs. His playoff minutes per game over the years since he's been with us would be going up, not down, if he was an elite defensive player. People don't, they can't figure that out. It's startling to me that people think that this guy is a top 5 defender in the league. He's simply not that. But you get cheaper, you get a high upside, low risk swing because you didn't send out any draft capital. And I've been telling people this, I've been texting my buddies, I've been talking to people on X, and it sounds like it's rude and harsh. Maybe you think it is rude and harsh. Lonzo Ball hurt on the bench is about the same productivity as Isaac Okoro healthy. So it's nothing personal between Ice. I was always on the side that I thought he was going to be a bust. I didn't like when we drafted him. I wanted Obi Toppin in that draft. His tenure as a Cleveland Cavalier came to an end. Best wishes to Isaac Okoro in Chicago. Maybe he gets an improved role. That's fine. That's fine. Give me another ball handler and not like some weird hybrid wing 2-3 player. He's really a 2. He's not really a 3. So, interestingly enough, Lonzo Ball in the wine and gold. Should be interesting to see how we utilize him, how we play with his minutes, how his health holds up. Those are going to be the big 3 real quick. So that was the good. The bad is kind of just what I was talking about. I mean, talk about a waste of a lottery pick from Kobe Altman. I think a lot of people this offseason and moving forward into the future, especially depending on the playoff outcome of the next playoffs for the Cavs, are really going to start to turn on Kobe Altman, and rightfully so. I mean, I've been a Kobe denier for a long time. To me, it goes all the way back to him trading Kyrie Irving. When you send out, my favorite basketball player on the team for Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder, it's going to be a rough start, a rocky relationship between a fan and, the general manager. So that's where my reasoning stems from. I don't think he's a very good drafter. A lot of people are going to disagree with that. He wasted a first rounder on Dylan Windler. He wasted a first rounder on Isaac Okoro. He couldn't make Kevin Porter Jr. work. We had to get rid of him. Darius Garland has had an up and down NBA career. I know people are going to say he's an all-star, he's this, he's that. I understand, but he's had terrible NBA years in his career. He was terrible as a rookie. He's injury prone. There's still questions surrounding Darius Garland. Should he be a max player? He hits on Evan Mobley, defensive player of the year, NBA, all defensive teams and stuff like that. But it's like, hey, that was kind of because Houston just didn't know what they were doing. Houston basically gifts you Evan Mobley gift wrapped in that draft at the 3rd overall pick because they like Jalen Green's upside or something. Somebody they've traded this offseason as well. So I think a lot of Koby Altman's job has to go to thanking that front office that made that selection for Jalen Green, because besides that, he's really not that good of a drafter at the end of the day. So interesting to kind of see there. The ugly, a lot of people don't understand that this bench was weak and this bench is going to be weak headed into next season. That's not like the kiss of death for championship teams. You want your starters to be the focal point of your championship teams. Yes, is this a league landscape where being deeper usually means you're better off? But being deep in the regular season and being deep in the postseason are two different things. If you don't have people that step up and are ready to take on the task and rise to the occasion, are playoff risers, get them out. I think this is going to be a fine offseason. I think people are going to dramatically overreact and say, oh, the Cavs got worse. Guys, at the end of the day, we didn't win the Eastern Conference Finals last year. We weren't in a 5, 6, 7 game fight, with the Thunder in the finals. We got bounced in the second round. The Cavs weren't that good last year. I really hate to break it to you. Regular season, throw it out the window. If I hear one thing about the regular season this year, I'm going to be the most annoying person on socials, X, YouTube, right here, live on the Cleveland Pulse. Because if I hear one thing about the regular season, every time I see regular season, I'm just going to say, we don't care about the regular season. The regular season doesn't matter. I'll probably say it 500,000 times from now until the playoffs next year for the NBA season. So if you don't have playoff risers, get them out of the roster. We're going to talk about Ty Jerome and him leaving. We're going to talk about Sam Merrill. We got uploads coming down the pipeline here. If you're a playoff folder, Okoro, Jerome, whoever it may be, get them off the roster. I don't think people get this. It's not worth it to hang around and, oh, he's a really good regular season talent. No. Cycle out guys until you find someone who has the clutch gene, who could step up in big moments in the playoffs and get the job done. Is Lonzo Ball that guy? We have no idea. He's never played a playoff game in his career. That's the thing with the Lonzo Ball acquisition. Trust me, I wanted to move off Isaac Okoro more than anyone. I think the trade is good because, like I said, we got cheaper. We didn't have to use draft capital to move him. That's a win in my book for Koby Altman. But if you think that Lonzo Ball puts us over the top, you have another thing coming. We're still going to be the same team that we were last year. Koby should just be cycling players in and out to see who could step up and compete when the lights are the brightest. Lonzo Ball, you've never played a playoff game in your career. Hopefully that changes this season, and hopefully we get to see what you can do. Craig Porter Jr., we're going to call on you a lot more with with Ty Jerome going to Memphis. Can you step up in the bright lights with a bigger role? Some people thrive better in a bigger role. That's what Koby Altman should be doing, and I think that's what Koby Altman is doing to try to reset this roster, so to say, in this offseason. And like I said, a lot of people are going to grade this offseason, on the low end of the scale for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's fine. Going to the regular season, the East is extremely weak. No Tatum, no Halliburton, no Damian Lillard all year. This is your year for experimentation. This is your year to get crazy. This is your year to really go all for it, because to me, truthfully, and I will talk about this moving forward and throughout the season, of course, I think this is the last year for this roster's championship window, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're going to be way too expensive next year. You're already way too expensive this year in the second apron, and we've already seen how Boston has, maneuvered and navigated throughout this offseason, basically trading away all of their critical pieces outside of Brown and Tatum that led them to the championship season they had a few seasons ago. So the second apron is brutal. It's nothing to be messed with. You better go for it now, or you're going to be going home. With that all being said, make sure you're hitting that like button. Comment down below. Do you like the Isaac Okoro trade for Lonzo Ball? Do you think he gives us upside? Are you nervous about his injury history and all that good stuff? With that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.